All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Are we live? I think we're live. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, something's not right on that. There we go. That kind of fixed that. What's going on, Chris? Yeah, I got a new little device here. It's a Ampli game. It's kind of like a stream deck. I was just trying to set it up. I've got a little learning yet to do on this live stream process. I'm never usually ready by the time I need to be on. So let's see. So this is overlay 1 and that's overlay 2. So all right, and then this should be the Sony only. And that's the phone. Okay, so that one's not right. All right, I'm gonna get this on that tripod. See the mess of the state my garage is in. But we got some projects I gotta get done today because they were supposed to ship today, but customers were a little slow in getting back to me. So all right, I think the only other thing I need to do is put a battery on this guy. Okay, let's see. Yep, that kind of follows me around. Get my external battery set up on that. Too much stuff, man. All right, so let's see. Plug this guy. Now it's got reserve battery. I'll just tie this down here. Perfect. Okay. Camera 1, camera 2. New switcher. I finally did put my monitor on a... What's up, Jack? I was just getting everything squared away. All right, so I got my monitor here up on its side. Let's just check these again. All right, so we should have Be Right Back. I got scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and scene 4. All at a push of a button. Look at that. Now into tomorrow. Ugh. Not yet. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to share my screen for Lightburn. Let's see. So I don't know if I need to keep that open. I don't know what that is. Okay, we'll close that too. Get the fan going. Get these mosquitoes out of here. Let's see. So if I do Lightburn, okay, so this is just my desktop. Oh, you're in tomorrow, 12 a.m. Ew. Forget it. I know. I was kind of depressed when I was driving home today, and I left work at 5 p.m. and it was already dark out. All right, so I think that, all right, that's not terrible. At least you can kind of see. Oh, hold on, I gotta get this. I get one more scene on my little thing here. Scene, slight burn. Light burn screen share. Okay. Oh, well, that's not light burn right now because there we go. So you can kind of see light burn. It's not the best. All right, that's a little bit better. You should be able to see that a little bit, right? All right, so we got screen 1, screen 2, screen 3. Oh, look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. All right, so today I need to, so it's only 8 minutes. That's not terrible. I need to set up a couple of projects to burn. I made a couple of sales on Etsy. And there we go. They are of my YouTube counter. I don't know if you guys have seen my YouTube counter. Oh, I need to clean this mess. I think that's going to be this weekend's project. Since I seem to be doing more and more live streams, I got to make a permanent home over here. Always pick up extra parts when you're at, and they're on sale. Got a lot of these blanks. But this is what I'm after today. So this, with a little bit of technology, makes me a decent amount of money. While we stock up. Okay, we're gonna make 2 of these. And this is what we got here. So we've got a simple 5x5 frame. It is glass. You know, I found it's easier to purchase than actually make these frames. If you get them on sale, you can use their 45% off coupons. You don't need the backer, don't need the interior. I will be using this little standoff here, but I will not be using the glass. So really what I'm using is just the frame, the standoff, and the backer. So let's open our files here. If I can figure out how to get the mouse back to where I need. There we go. All right, recent projects, file open. I keep everything in a Google Drive. I don't know how you guys organize your stuff. Oh, here, let's change the screen to light burn. There we go. So this is what we're working on. It's going to be 2 layers. First layer really is just going to be cutting out this little square here for our 8-digit segmented display. And then the second one will have our colors. All right, so let me go over to my Google Drive real quick. Did play around with this guy's design already. So this is his YouTube channel here. It's before it closes. It is just an image right now. So what I want to do is right click and we're going to trace. And I did trace this already at work. So I know that this did work out well. Let's put all of this on, let's say layer 15, and this is going to be a fill. And it's already grouped together. So I want to delete this. Let's just lock this here. Vertically align that. Perfect. I think that's going to be good. All right, let me just see if I can figure this out. What is this thing? I don't know what that is. I'm going to bring this down. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Ah, multiple monitors mess me up, and really I'm going to want one more monitor here. Perfect. Okay, I think that works. Everything got a little small, but oh, that's better. Okay, let's see. So there's scene one. I don't know if you guys can see, because I can't really see how much, or actually, there we go. Now I can see. So bring this a little closer. Get a little comfortable here. You can see, I can see the chat here. I can kind of see who's online. I got my computer set up, and I've got my little buttons for the different scenes here. Got my design. I've got this connected to my longer. And then this is what we're going to be cutting. So we'll cut that design with his logo, and then we'll glue everything together right where it needs to be. And I can show you the electronics as well, because it just uses a standard microcontroller, and that controller goes off of a YouTube API connecting to the Wi-Fi, then randomly checks how many subscribers they have. So we will get this set up to cut and engrave right now. Use my cheat sheets. All right, so our cutting is going to be 970 or 9. Let's go 1,000 at 90. We also have this purple. $1,090. And this is going to be a fill. So this fill we want to be 10,000 at 80. All right, and then, all right, so that's that fill. That's that cut. All right, and this red, we also have 1,090. And then this one we can also do, let's do $9,000 at 70. Actually, I think we're gonna go bi-directional, so let's do 50. All right, let's see how long this is gonna take. 9 minutes. Took us more time to set up the file. All right, let me go get my wood. And we should be able to get there. There we go. Get our wood. All right, we're just gonna kick this down a little bit. Okay, let's send it. All right, I can put this camera now over on the job. I also did get a new tripod as well. All right, we're gonna let that go for a minute, and I'm going to work on cleaning up my shop. Hopefully I can do that and see the chat at the same time. Sweet. Yeah, so this is that Stream Deck version that I've got here. Trying out for the multi-buttons and the OBS. So hopefully I got to figure out how to import more custom little icons, but I'm sure it's very programmable the same way that the Stream Deck is. But I got this whole mess of tools here that I got to put away. Big shout out to the company that sent me all these little toolboxes. It was Yade, Y-A-I-A-D, Yad. But, I mean, they held up just as good as some of my name brand toolboxes. We were throwing them around. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the gate install that we did at Nick's. But, got all my hardware in here. Now all I gotta do is put it back away in my... I printed these little bins, 3D printed these bins. This is, I forget what they call this system. But it's got the interlocking little things on the bottom. There's little squares, and then it has a Gridfinity. Yeah, there you go. It's a grid, and it's called Gridfinity. Just takes forever to print, though. Holds up well, though, in the elements. I mean, we had it out in the Florida heat. I mean, it's November, so it wasn't too terribly hot. The new Nick probably wouldn't have any hardware organized, so at least my stuff's in bins. Yep, we've got our fan going, but it looks like we got a little bit of smoke coming out here. Yeah, looking good. Don't need a jacket today. Well, last time you guys said you couldn't hear the music on the microphone. Maybe I'll try that again. Alexa, play Joe Jordan Pandora Station Volume 3. If YouTube hears the music playing in the background, though, they'll demonetize my video. Gotta try to make a buck wherever you can. Little Russian nesting dolls. It's all cleaned up until the next time I gotta go out. Gotta put all the stuff away. $10mm. That's why I can never find it. All right, 10mm. That's where she goes. No music at all. That's awesome. Right? Yeah. I'll constantly be hunting and pecking for a smaller box. So what kind of projects are you working on yet, Chris? I know you said you were thinking about doing, starting a channel. Did you launch that yet, or are you still working on it? If you're still working on it, my suggestion would be don't work on it. Just get it going. No, that's never going to close. Ah. Working on the house and the garden, that's the perfect time for you to be getting some content, man. Start recording now. There's only two things you really need. You need your phone with a decent amount of space for recording. I would suggest downloading Blackmagic. It's a free app. It's the people that make the DaVinci Resolve, but it's a great app for setting up your camera. And second thing I would suggest is, I know you already asked me about this AI tripod. It's decent. It's 45 bucks. It kind of jitters around. But if you're doing work by yourself, it helps following around with you. The other thing is getting a mic. So this mic, I think when I bought it, it was $130. Now it might be down to like 70 bucks. But audio is definitely key. Let's see. I don't really know where that goes. It's going to go there now. But I've got so much YouTube mess. I'm going to need my own shelf for this thing soon. I think that's what I'm going to do over here. My plan is, a little dark. I think this weekend what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this mess down, paint over here, put maybe a light fixture or two, put some shelves, kind of finish it off. Get rid of the cobwebs and just clean up the mess. Guard your privacy. This is that saw we were using this weekend, that Ezark. It's a decent blade. Got really good cuts. What we got? Another 2 or 3 minutes? Oh, see? Yeah, I forgot this toolbox here. And I forgot this lid. My goodness. Hmm. Well, this thing topped off. Let's see how easy it is to pop this thing back on there. Perfect. Not difficult at all. These are actually called Gozal. Gozal. Gozal? Ah, these guys, they got to work on their names because all these companies, the saw blades, the clamps, the toolboxes, terrible names. All right, let's see how we did over here. Looks like we're done. All right, so this basically just goes like this. And then we'll use this to align with a center mark. And hopefully, let's back this up. Come on, you. Let's back this up and just a little adjustment here. Oh shit. Well, kind of messed that up, so we got to go again. Wasn't supposed to cut that second line. This was just a reference line. These shouldn't have been cut out. Well, so you get good at something, you do it twice, right? All right, so let's see. Yep, that purple line didn't need to be outputted, so we're going to run this again. Let's check everything else before we... Subscribers looks good. The engrave looks good. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the only issue. All right, we'll cut that again, and we'll continue to put our tools away. I don't know if you guys have ever used one of these plates, though. This was really helpful. Cutting those 2x on the ground outside so we didn't set up sawhorses or anything. Sell that at Lowe's or Home Depot, I think. One of the two. Pretty affordable. I think it's only like 20 bucks. Oh, I think these gloves need to go back in. Yeah, these gloves need to go back in my truck. Got names on the bins and I still open the wrong bin. So what's going on, Jack? What are you working on tonight? Playing with your computer still? Or did you get all that squared away? You know what? I got these. Let's see. Internet has been out all day working on a hotspot for my laptop. Oh shoot, can't get to the file server. Yeah, our internet was out here the other day. I think it was a day and a half it was out. It's scary how quickly you forget how much you need the internet, or people nowadays are relying on it for everything. I know my family couldn't stream anything. You didn't have regular TV. Everything is streaming now. Yeah, I need to do something with this. It's a mess of a drawer. Actually, what is the heck is in this? Oh, this is for drawers. Things I use 1 or 2 times and never use again. Plasma cut handsaw yesterday. Well, shoot, man, I'd be interested in seeing that done. You got to get that on video. I don't know what this thing's for. Throw that away. Cute little bag. Go there. Wires go in here. All right, that's somewhat clean. Oh, I gotta look for those microcontrollers. Last time I had an order for them, I had made a whole bunch of these things up. And they should be in here. I think this plug maybe I'll use over here. All right, you don't want to stay up there, you go in the garbage. I'm gonna put this plug over here for the USB. So many junk drawers. Okay, now I'm getting genuinely nervous. I got my NFC tags. I got my jumpers. All right. I think I know where they are, but I've got to go hunt for them. So I will be right back. Oh, yeah, it's probably because I'm sitting too close to the Alexa. All right, I think I'm in a bit of a pickle. I knew I had all of these. I'd done all these pieces up the last time I got an order. And now I can't find them anywhere. That's not good. Well, maybe I put them away. If not, I'll just have to program new microcontrollers. Which is not something that I really wanted to do today. I just wanted to put them together. Oh, not in there. All right, let's see what we're working with here then. Not in here, right? Oh, here we go. This is what we're building here. So worst case, I can always take the guts out of that one. I'm gonna call that worst case though. Well, for the life of me, I can't find them. But anyway, I had some boards made up. And what happens is the LCD just goes right in the back of that, and then hot glues into that. So I think what the best case would be is to take this one apart, reprogram this one, and then just call it a day. So get you down a little bit. There we go. You can see at least what we're working on. It's going to bother me because I could have swore I had 3 or 4 of those made up. So this is that's the microcontroller it runs off of. Just a simple little chip. So you got 3 components. You got the circuit board, you got the chip, and then you got the display counter. And I just bought about 30 of those. Pretty cheap from JLC. All right, now all I gotta do is get the it's genuinely gonna bother me. You know what? I wonder if I threw those in one of these. Hmm. Anyway. All right, we just need red and white for the colors. All right, well, I'm working on this, and I'm gonna see who's actually here and if anybody's got any questions. Nope. Shoot, Chris, I think it's just you and Jack in the house tonight. And I know it's probably like getting close to 1 a.m. where you're at. All right, let's put this in here for a moment. If I was super glue, where would I be? Oh man, I'm a mess today. All right, I guess we're using this new super glue today. Crap. Okay. Test fit that. Oh shoot, splitting up live streams. Ooh. Yeah. Oh shoot, I probably should. Sorry. I'm just reading some of these messages here. I don't know where the best place to put these cameras are. Slowly learning it, but sorry, I'm just catching up on messages. And yeah, I agree with you. The live stream adverts are definitely not the greatest. Bring this up a little bit. All right, so this should fit in there perfectly. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so this is one that I made that was actually returned. But I should be able to reprogram this to the new guy's specs and still keep most of the innards. All right, so let's see. So usually what I do is I adhere the back of this with super glue or hot glue. And since I can't find my other microcontrollers, I may have to use that. Yeah, it doesn't like it when it gets dark. Unless I can find those. Could have swore I would have put those with. No. Not in that bin. Not in this bin. Just check this other bin here. Alright there. Alright, let's see if I can peel this hot glue out. Well, I found my super glue. Turned over in my toolbox. You kidding me? No, my pencils are super glued to the bottom of my toolbox. Ugh. What a mess. Ugh. Tell you what, when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. That's fine. So what are you even doing in here? I was looking for my knife. Okay, well that's salvaged. And of course that missed. Well, one of my favorite things to say is, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And that is definitely a key reason why this fella paid me to do this instead of him doing it. And I'm basically pulling all this off because of how much I hate soldering. And actually, I think I'm out of these little leads because I knew the last time I bought them, I thought I had done up 4 or 5 of these samples already. All right. let's plug this in and see if this even powers up still. All right, let's come over here. Oh, see, I still have to solder anyway. One of these little connections came off. All right, so now you get to see my terrible soldering skills. What's going on, Scott? Yeah, we're working on a microcontroller fiasco. Wish I'd remembered where I put those other ones so I wouldn't have to resolder this. You know when they're going to turn up, my wife's going to come home and say, you remember we put them there so you wouldn't lose them. All right, let's see if we can manage to jack this up a bit. The other problem is I can barely see what's going on over here. Not yet. Close. Come on, you bastard. Come on. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. What's going on? I was trying to correct this mess up over here. Anybody has any soldering techniques? I would love to hear them right about now. I think the soldering iron is too hot. crap, now I just unsoldered the one next to it. Oh, man. No, that's not working. Heat the part, then bring the solder to it. Flux, flux, flux. All right. Let's give her a go. Even though I feel like I've been giving it a go. Problem is, this stuff is minuscule. All right, so we got our flux on it. I can't tin this pin. It's like it's fried. All right, let me try. If I sand it, maybe I did burn it. Okay. Try to get some flux on it. Now you know why this channel isn't called Wilmer Electronics. Oh, it's starting to piss me off. No, it's just not. That's not working. Yeah. I think I'm about to smell bacon because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, man. I think I'm just gonna have to chalk it up and look for the other ones that I soldered up a long time ago, because at least those were working. Solder just is not taking to this pin. I don't know why. All right, that's it. I'm done. Done messing with this for today. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna dig through my entire garage, see if I can find those other ones, guys. But it's getting pretty late here, and I'm just aggravated. So I'm gonna go beat my head against the wall, try to figure out where those other pieces are, and hopefully I get this squared away and shipped out tomorrow. Back at it. Gotta get this done. But I am totally annoyed. We're gonna switch directions though. We're gonna go with the new circuit boards. The only thing I gotta do is I gotta take this board off of this. Maybe I could bend these. So if I bend these up, these have to go through here. Okay. So if I can get that through there, solder these pins up, and I can cut those flush, right? And this should fit in the box. And that just fell right off. Okay, so then this should fit in the box like that. All right, so if I put flux on these, it should be good. Okay, that's flux on that. Flux on that. All right, so since these are new pins, I should be able to put a single drop of solder on each one of those, right? Yeah, everybody dropped that in. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. 82 12E. ESP12F. ESP8266. Damn it. Oh, shoot.